Hey guys, Sure Shot Midget here, doing a video on my friend's KWA ATP. Now, you guys might know, I am not a fan of KWA. In fact, I hate their products. The few problems or reasons why I do is their hop-up. Single-handedly is their hop-up. Their recoil is superb. Their weight is pretty good. The quality of the metal and plastic's pretty good, but the hop-up sucks. This is my friend's gun. I actually got it. I'm into gas guns, so I know how to fix them. So my friend bought this gun. He's a noob. He's been playing airsoft for about a year, and he's not rich, so he doesn't get a whole lot of guns. I'd say he's above average. He's 18, so he's not a person that's like, oh, I'll get a gun for my birthday and Christmas and that's it. No, he gets money from other things. I don't think he has a job, but he just gets money somehow. I think his mom just gives it to him or something. I don't know. But he bought this for $30. There was a guy at an airsoft field we were at selling 3 of these for $30, non-leaky mags. He tested them out in front of us, and none of them were leaky. He said this was the best working one, so he bought it right away, and they sold the other ones. The other one of them had the orange tip still in. One problem we had externally was the front sight was wobbling around. It was fall off, so I glued it. Fixed that problem, and also it was really dry, so I lubed it. He is going to run 20 gram BBs, Airsoft Alpha 20 gram BBs. They're really good BBs. They're high quality. 20 gram. He's going to use those, and I told him to get a propane adapter and propane, but he's like, oh, I just don't want to mess with the propane adapter, so I'll just get green gas, which a green gas can is like $3 off of the amount that a propane adapter is. 3 or 4, maybe even 5. So I don't know. He doesn't shoot his guns at his house. He only plays with them at events. So that's why I was like, this KWA is perfect, because KWAs are good if you never use them. You hardly use them. Things he needs to buy is some green gas and a holster. He's working on getting a holster and green gas. Gonna order. We have an airsoft team, and there's like 2 noobs that are new, and they both need some stuff. No, 3 that need stuff. So we're making a huge order, and my brother's I think he's gonna do a video unboxing of it. 2 kids are getting new guns, and they're getting like mags with them, extra batteries. That's probably it for that. But then, he'll get green gas and a holster, because he has a good vest, and he has Molly on the vest, so he can just put a holster easily, just wherever he wants on the vest. So then he has this pistol. He's been wanting a pistol, and it's cheap, and it works. One thing is missing is the barrel seal. There's a seal on the barrel that holds the barrel in place. I took that off for one reason. I tested it with it, and it shot the same as without it. And I took it off and actually used it for one of my guns. So I kind of got something out of it. Fixed one of my guns with it. One of my guns needed a seal. But this thing works the same that it did when it had it on there. Alright? So, some people will be like, you're stupid. That has a purpose. But a lot of KWA products have these perks that don't have a purpose. Like my brother's KWA MP9. This part had no purpose, so I disconnected. It was called the disconnector, and it was not allowing the bolt to go all the way forward. I took the spring out of it, and it started working. Like, I don't know what the disconnector is supposed to be used for, but I fixed his gun with just doing that. And he was like, how did you do that? Like, he doesn't know what he's doing with gas guns. Most people I know don't. So yeah, I don't know if any of the noobs are going to be ordering a pistol. I think one of them is going to be getting an HFC revolver, because he likes revolvers, which, can't disagree with him, because, they're pretty gas efficient, and he guarantees that he's not going to be using it very much, so he said 6 shots is really enough. But, he said, even if I take 6 shots to get one guy out, that's worth it. So yeah, so the construction on this, the magazine, I have no problems with it. Does not leak. This thing you have to take off, but I like the big fat base plate. It's actually high quality plastic. I doubt if this will break when you drop it. And what I like about KWA mags is their feed and lips are metal, and their spring guide, or what is that? Feed lip. No. Frick. Forgot that. This thing right here. What is it called? Forget. I know this. Spring guide. I don't know, but that piece is a blank. But that piece comes up here and hits the slide lock and pushes it up and allows it to lock back. The only problem that I noticed with this thing, really, is that it locks back a lot of times when there's one BB left. I don't know why, but that's the only problem, really. Nice white sights. You got a metal slide, a metal alloy. They use this weird alloy stuff that's light. I'm not a fan of it, but this gun does look really nice with it, because it's not a real gun, so, you know, they can pull that shininess off. The lower receiver just forms to your hand so well. I like the silver barrel. I think it was done to help it cycle better. Alright, so internally, everything down here is pretty crappy, I'm gonna say. Okay, so Glock systems, in my opinion, are terrible. If you are going to get a Glock, and it's not a Tokyo Marui, don't get it. Honestly. Like, unless you are planning on replacing the hammer spring. Don't get it. Because, you know, HFC makes Glocks, people like their Glocks. They made, you know, KWA made Glocks, they make these, KSC makes Glocks. But problems that my brother owned a KWA Glock 17 and a WE Glock 17, and both had the same problem. They had to be lubed constantly, and if they weren't, when you shot it, the gas would completely release all the gas out. Now that's not a good thing, and I think it's because when you pull this trigger, see how that hammer goes forward? That does not have as much force as a external hammer. An external hammer like an M9 or 1911, when that comes forward, that has a lot of force that hits the back of this slide, but that's not what sets the gun off. What sets the gun off is the internal hammer. But the more force pushing, you know, going forward is gonna hit that valve and release it quickly, but when that doesn't happen, it just shoots all the gas out. So that is problems I've had with or any Glock. That's why having a upgraded trigger spring is important. Or hammer spring, sorry, not trigger spring. KWAs do a pretty good job on theirs, though. Their Glocks are not bad, especially the ATPs. It seems like, you know, they're actually pretty good at on the hammer springs. But other than that, most Glocks have that problem. And yes, we've had a WE Glock, a KWA Glock, and then this. And this has been the best. And I think there's an upgraded valve in here. It's like purple or pink. It's more pink. Yeah, it's pink inside of there. I think that's an upgraded valve. Maybe Mad Bull. Mad Bull colors their stuff. But it is gas efficient. I'm just going to shoot just a few shots off. I'd put the release up if you didn't know. Yeah, so that's pretty sweet. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, just ask. If you are asking, is this a good gun to get, whether you're a beginner or new? Or, yeah, beginner or new. I'm saying the same thing twice. If you are a beginner or an expert. If you're an expert, chances are you're not even looking at this, and you're just like, oh yeah, I love KWA. You know, they're so good. If you are new to this and you are looking to get a gas pistol, you are new, whether it's your first one or you're tight on money and you're just looking to get one that will not break, I would not go with any KWA products. I would not. If you are not planning on replacing parts. If you are not planning on replacing parts, I would go towards KWC. Now, I can't wait. I hope. There's a few guns that I wish KWC came out with. One being a Glock 17 CO2. Most of their guns are CO2. So a Glock 17 CO2, I'd buy that right away. A M93R CO2, I'd buy that any day. Those two products, I would buy like that. That would be my next guns to get as soon as those things would come out. They partner with Elite Force and came out with their 1911s. Elite Force, please partner with them again and make some sort of CO2. I know you brought back the Mini Uzi. KWC had made that a long time ago, and they also made the 1911s, but Elite Force basically was just like, oh, I'm going to step in and, remake this, but change some things. Well, don't change some things. Completely make a new gun, please. Because KWC has experience with gas products, and Elite Force knows how to license stuff and make some things better. Thanks for watching.